The NBA had an insane month in March 2025. Game winners.
Bulls are out of timeouts. 2 seconds left. Giddy for the win. Go!
My God! I cannot believe this!
Insane shots.
4 to go. Jokic, the heave. Count of the go! Nikola Jokic! The Serbian heave once again.
Sad injuries.
Barely able to put any weight and pressure on his left leg.
Crazy brawls.
Man, oh, come on now.
Stevens.
Incensed coaches.
The least that they could do is get the same respect that everybody else in this league gets and get refereed the same way that everybody else in this league gets reffed.
Drama, chaos, cinema. The following is a brief journey through everything that happened in the NBA in March 2025, one of the craziest months we have ever seen. Forget your brackets, guys, because the NBA said March Madness? Nah, we got this. And went full chaos mode from day one, after OG had just hit this awesome game winner.
Down to 7 seconds. Brunson, Anunoby from 3. It's good! OG Anunoby!
Bro looked like all of us when mom was forcing us to smile for pictures.
You just hit a game-winning basket. Why you gotta look like that? I'm smiling. Okay, all right, go ahead. Answer Kitty's question.
Meanwhile, KD had a wholesome moment with a fan on the bench.
You was my favorite childhood player. My favorite childhood player, man.
Then, like clockwork, Dylan Brooks found himself in another beef. This time, DeMar DeRozan.
Here we got some muck action here. We got Dylan Brooks. We got DeMar DeRozan again. It happened last year with Chicago. It's happening again.
And Steph Curry did something so rare. It was basically basketball's version of Halley's Comet. He dunked a basketball.
Curry sneaking down court. Hey, Curry with the dunk. Take a picture. Steph even pointed at the bench with a little smile on his face as Curry with the slam.
On the second day of the month, Ant-Man decided to become the landlord of Phoenix, dropping 44 points on KD.
Durant, still with the basketball. Three-pointer coming for Anthony Edwards, and that ties Minnesota's single-season three-point record.
Establishing his new ritual of sunning the Suns.
Ant was being held. Throw it up. It's been that kind of night for Ant-Man.
Meanwhile, Professor Luka was reminding the Clippers the arithmetics of a three.
Doncic. Here's another one over Zubac. Yes, sir. Timeout, Ty Lue.
And when Luka wasn't busy tutoring the Clippers, he was teaming up with Braun, turning the NBA court into a football field for the touchdown.
And here's LBJ.
At this rate, Adam Silver might have to introduce an offside rule. And late in the game, LeBron turned back the clock, but this time on Chris Dunn.
Here comes LeBron, hope for the block. LeBron James blocked it. Oh, LeBron was sizing him up.
But the way he landed, yeah, that's an ice bath and PTO request kind of landing. In Boston, Jokic was galloping like an old-school Western cowboy on a half-lame horse. Yet somehow he was still shredding defenses with ease.
Najee back up top. Shot clock at 5. There's a double team. Jokic knows exactly where Brown is.
And in Texas, things got heated between OKC and the Spurs.
With the hammer. And now we had a scuffle at center court. Kenrich Williams and Julian Sampini.
And the security wasted no time deciding where their priorities were.
And they're getting SGA and Kenrich Williams out of there.
However, 3 days into March, and the NBA was hit with a gut punch. Kai tore his ACL.
The way it planted is the concern.
Yeah.
Looked like it kind of buckled there, and when he went to the ground, that's the knee he grabbed immediately.
That is obviously a major concern, what's going on right now.
And yet, with tears in his eyes, he still stepped up to the free throw line and delivered a moment of pure resilience.
Shooting the free throws, if there's a possibility of him coming back to the game, he has to shoot these free throws.
That's exactly right.
With 2:35 left in the first quarter, Kyrie goes to the line and barely able to put any weight and pressure on his left leg.
That moment, straight out of the Kobe Bryant book of toughness. Later, Irving sent a positive message to the fans.
I will be back, and I will be better.
Meanwhile, the Grizzlies decided to master the art of losing on game winners.
Ahead to LeVert. Karras goes up. Score! At the buzzer! It's all over!
3 straight games, 3 straight heartbreaks at the buzzer. Shea, on the flip side, was in the mood for absolute destruction, exploding for 51 points on the Rockets.
Kept the dribble alive, then pulls up and sticks the mid-range shot as this brilliant first half continues. Tom step back throw and he splashes it home.
96 hours into the month, and rookie Jacoby Walter decided he had seen enough of the game and just called game himself.
Walter puts it up and in! Jacoby Walter, the rookie from Baylor.
Conley put up a half-court buzzer.
We're tied. 2.6 to go in the third. Conley from half court. Got it!
And Darius Garland turned the United Center into Rucker Park.
Garland's trying to put the moves on Terry and gets the bounce.
As the Cavs pushed their win streak to 11. At Madison Square Garden, the Warriors absolutely cooked the Knicks, and Steph made sure Spike Lee got a front row seat to the paint.
Steph catch and shoot 3. Yes, sir! See, if Spike Lee is helping him out, give him a towel.
Then he hit another 3.
Deep 3. Hit that from Hoboken.
And another.
Curry 3 to close it. Got it!
And before the Knicks could even process what was happening, Steph was dancing on the grave he just dug for the state of New York.
Looking for Steph coming around. Very tough 3. Not for him!
Unfortunately, things were not kosher with the Suns, as we saw KD and Coach Budenholzer not on the same page.
Nobody gets back with Zubac, no talk, no matchup. They just have not been able to get it done.
There was some miscommunication in an offensive set. The communication on this team has really been a common thread.
And while Zion Williamson inducted Trey Jemison into his growing victims club,
That was worth the price of admission with a minute 25 to play.
LeBron James was smashing the 50,000-point ceiling.
LeBron, open 3. Got it!
22 seasons, 40 years of age. LeBron James, 50,002 points.
How much does longevity factor into the GOAT convo? Because this is beyond basketball. What Bron's pulling off in his 22nd season is so bonkers. We'll be telling our grandkids about it while they're busy colonizing Mars. But at the same time, Doncic was raining fire from deep and moving like Luffy in Gear 5, dancing with the joy of basketball liberation.
The dunk!
He's starting to feel good, too, because he's really playing to the crowd.
Becoming just the 4th player ever to record a 30-point, 15-assist game for the franchise.
They're not going to get right up on Luka, so thank you. I'll shoot it.
And by March 5th, the season from hell was already unfolding for the Mavs, with Klay and Dwight checking out of the game and heading straight into a deserted island. Meanwhile, LaMelo Ball refused to make normal passes. And the Hornets commentators were deep in their bag with this one.
Seth's gonna have to do something. Pound money! When you're Curry, sometimes things just go your way.
Fear the Beard put up 50 on Detroit.
Where he's going to be most successful.
Harden the 3. Yes! Harden with 43!
And then we had Boston. The Celtics turned into an actual cheat code. Derek White went off for 41 big ones.
Walsh pulled it away and White's the line for 3. And got them all!
While hitting 9 threes on 53% shooting.
From deep. Come on!
But somehow, he wasn't even the hottest guy on the team.
Pritchard for another one. 3 more!
Because Peyton Pritchard decided to play my career on Hall of Fame mode, dropping a game-leading 43 points.
It's Horford, can you knock this one down? Pritchard got it back inside, and 1!
Hitting 10 threes on 63% shooting.
His career high is 25. What? Come on! Oh, come on!
Boston is so stacked that random role players are out here casually dropping 40 bombs.
But set up Pritchard 3. Again! Oh, he's having a night!
This is blatant basketball gentrification. 6 sunsets into March, Steph was pure sorcery in sneakers against the Nets.
26, they missed their last 4. Curry weaving through the Brooklyn roster and flipping it up and in!
He put out 40 on Brooklyn.
Steph from midcourt. Oh, come on! Did he ghost him on that too? Oh my goodness, Curry!
While Kobe White said, "Hold my beer," turning into Kobe buckets.
Oh, good cut by White! He jammed it in! A big
Oh my goodness!
That's the second time in his career he's dunked on the Duke Blue Devil!
Putting up 44 on the Magic.
To Kobe White.
Give me the hot sauce, Kobe White!
Meanwhile, Luka was doing this.
On Doncic. The switch again. Doncic over Towns. Oh my! Luka Doncic!
And all I could think about is Mavs fans watching it in pain. His partner in crime, on the other hand, was on some serious dad energy. When it comes to Bronny, Bron's not just a dad. He's the full-time enforcer of the James family legacy. And while LeBron is having fun with it, turning the whole thing into prime internet entertainment.
He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now.
Oh, yeah.
Stephen A. went full Sith Lord, choosing violence instead of laughs.
I suggest that he be happy with the things that I haven't brought up. I never brought up really and never really discussed why you were not at Kobe Bryant's memorial service. I never really brought up or discussed why you did not attend Dwayne Wade's Hall of Fame induction when that man was directly responsible for you capturing a championship for the first time in your career. I brought up none of that.
A week into the month, Jokic was showing us why he is the best player on earth, recording 2 triple-doubles in one game.
Brown on the spot up. Another one. Oh, Murray moving left. Fires to Jokic in the lane. Kick out Brown. Open three. Hit it. Christian Brown with the second left. Gives Denver the lead.
Casually becoming the first player ever to go 30-20-20.
Jokic trying to get Porter out of the way there. Good pass. And Porter lays it in. Into Jokic. Jokic turns, spin, yes. Murray's loose. Give it to Jokic. Little floater in lane. And he drops it home.
The Joker was racking up 3 assists in under 30 seconds, and it looked so effortless it's almost unfair.
Underneath the Porter, and Porter rams it home. As that one rattles out, another rebound for Jokic. He's tied a season high. Christian Brown! Third time in NBA history, a 20-20-20 game for a player.
He is the engine. He is basketball itself. And KD was showing love to him like only a real hooper can.
The whole offense is centered around him making a play. I'm actually kind of surprised he hasn't done this before, but he's been so close. He's an all-time great man.
As the month entered day 8, Jaylen Brown couldn't believe that Luka made this shot.
Attention.
Doncic fires away the 3, banks it in. Luka Doncic, and once again it's back to 4.
That was tough. You call that? You didn't call that. You got it right back. You call that?
Curry scored his 25th thousandth point.
Out in a field goal. Let's see if that energy can turn into points. Steph Curry for 3, and that is over 25,000 points in his NBA career.
And Isaiah Stewart was saltier than Lot's wife.
Steph Curry pulling up. Kind of going on over the bench. As you see, Isaiah Stewart didn't take too kindly to Steph Curry and his nonverbal actions.
Trae Young had the cleanest free throw streak going, 47 straight. But in the clutch, he chose the dub over numbers.
Pacers have time for a catch and shoot, but that's gonna, that ball, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that ball hit the rim, so the clock can start. I wasn't sure if it hit the rim or not.
What a gutsy win by the Hawks tonight.
That's the difference between a stat patter and a true winner. Meanwhile, Philly fans remain the NBA's most consistent defenders of their right to boo. If they don't feel you, you'll hear about it.
These Philly fans, you can get a mixed reaction when you have certain struggles during the season.
These guys are truly built different. 9 days into March, and the Mavs were running out of players. Down to 7 players after Dwight Powell and Kessler Edwards reenacted a Looney Tunes skit. Not by choice, not by strategy.
Knocking noggins here, colliding, going for the loose ball. Powell being attended to by the athletic training staff. He was bleeding. Edwards subsequently going into the locker room
Nico turned and walked back to his office, disgusted at the basketball gods playing Final Destination with his roster for that ill-fated Luka trade. Mavs fans had seen enough and took the Fire Nico movement beyond basketball. And while the Mavs were busy spiraling, Kawhi Leonard was replaying old classics. But this time, it was the Kings who got sentenced to basketball purgatory.
Kawhi for the win. Yes! Hot damn! The Clippers win in overtime!
Some things never change. In OKC, Russell Westbrook reminded everyone that water is wet, the sky is blue, and Russ will always get a standing ovation in Oklahoma City.
Number 4, Russell Westbrook.
Russ is the most beloved player in Thunder history, no debate, and Mr. I'm Done Dunking almost turned Trey Murphy III into an NFT. But of course, Ja still mesmerized us all with a finish so smooth, it makes butter look dry.
Morant behind the back, in the lane, he scoops, he scores, he's fouled.
By March 10th, the Warriors were just having way too much fun, even at their own teammates' expense.
Jimmy Butler. There you go. And GP2 was going up and down and still made it. Oh my God. How did that happen? Look at the Warrior bench. Oh my goodness.
As well as at the opponent with unfair no-look sniper threes.
Leonard's first NHL game. Curry with 5 threes.
While Boston took turns abusing Kessler on an island.
Kessler defending well and a snapback free throw line. Jay.
Full head of steam. Hit the brakes.
And the Nuggets coach, Michael Malone, had officially lost all patience on the MVP debate.
You didn't know that Nikola won 3 MVPs, and I put player A and player B on paper. He wins the MVP 10 times out of 10. And if you don't think so, I think you guys are all full of shit.
No sugarcoating, just straight facts from Malone. And right on cue, Jokic went out and spanked Shea and the Thunder with 35, 18, and 8.
Last 19 games because of those threes. Jokic, speaking of threes, Jokic backing down Hartenstein a lot here early on. He spins, reverse layup is good.
On the very next day, Sam Merrill had 2 choices, violence or peace. He chose peace.
Merrill leaks out and lays it in. Sam will catch a lot of flack. He's supposed to throw that down.
And his team did not approve hitting him with the universal sign of disappointment. But the Pistons and Wizards decided they needed some extracurriculars. In the worst decision of the night, Jordan Poole shoved Jalen Duren and immediately realized he had made a critical error.
Poole comes in very late, and he gets a shove on Duren right there. And Duren's like laugh at him like, you really don't want any of this.
But the real star was Tyrese Halliburton. On a sleepy Tuesday night, Hallie woke everyone up by snatching Milwaukee's soul.
Pacers down 3. Halliburton's got the ball. Halliburton rises up. And there's the whistle. Oh my goodness. Tyrese Halliburton hits a 3 and is fouled. You have got to be kidding me.
And just when we thought March couldn't get any crazier, the NBA decided to throw in some WWE action, and the announcers were all in.
Plumlee and Adams get locked up with one another. That's the last guy you want. He takes him down. And Plumlee ends up on top of Steven Adams. It's like a sumo wrestling match out there.
Alpi decided to cosplay as Baby Jokic.
14 points. Oh, how about that?
And KD couldn't believe the ref called him for this foul.
Picked up by Van Vliet, ahead to Shingun, missed the dunk, but got fouled.
Durant doesn't think he fouled him.
The play has been overturned to an offensive foul.
Speaking about the Zebras, one of them pulled a muscle, but that legend refused to cheat the game. Away from all that chaos, Bridges decided to close the night by putting every Knicks fan in a frenzy.
Knicks break, Hart gets it right back to Bridges. Bridges puts up a 3. Bang! Bang! Mikal Bridges wins it at the buzzer. What a finish!
On the 13th day of the month, Luka was testing the laws of reality.
At his best when he's improvising. Oh my goodness, you got he's at his best. Stop it. Stop it.
it!
And had the Lakers bench short-circuiting. While we got blessed with a Thanasis sighting, Reggie Miller was unloading the most brutal monologue on Alex Len.
That's the problem. Len, he's not guarding anyone. He's not scoring. He's not rebounding. Go small if you're the Lakers.
Bro sounded like he took this personally, and on a night where his teammates were interested more in taekwondo than basketball.
And gives you opportunities to drive the ball. He does here. He gets hit in the face. Santos, because they maybe fit a little bit better now than they did before.
Curry hit 4,000 career threes, and I guarantee you the ozone layer is officially tired of this man.
Curry thought about three. He'll put up a three. There it is! Number 4,000!
The day after Curry's ever-unreachable milestone, NBA players were flexing their ever-increasing range to pay homage to the chef.
4 on the 24. White's going to have to be the hero again. From the logo! Derek White heating up South Beach by 26. Oh, my goodness! Got it! Oh, my goodness, from Austin!
Meanwhile, JT got the Steph treatment from Miami, and while the Timberwolves extended their win streak to 7,
he's going to go down the lane himself. Flips it up and in. 26-point night. AE.
LeBron's mini monarch decided it was his time to shine, putting one right over the best player on the planet.
33%er. Bronny, three!
And Bronny with the answer.
But Russ got the last laugh. Vintage Russ, still explosive, still built different. As March hit day 15, Kristaps Porzingis found out that the third time really is the charm.
Cornette taps it out, his 5th offensive board. 3 chances, and Porzingis put sharp on a poster.
Detroit fans went full riot mode after Cade's ejection and serenaded the refs with boos so loud you'd think Eminem just lost a rap battle.
Back over. And he's still got a quarter to play. And they just got another technical. Uh-oh, and it's on Cade Cunningham. And Cade is done. So if they win this thing now, they're going to have to do it without Cade Cunningham.
And Coach J.B. Bickerstaff followed suit, going nuclear post-game.
I'm disgusted by the way that game was officiated. The level of disrespect was above and beyond. Okay? The disrespect has gone far enough, and I'm not going to allow our guys to be treated the way that they were treated tonight.
But forget all that drama. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander stole the show, casually dismantling defenses like Allen Iverson with stilts on.
Just so impressed at his ability to finish with the left hand as Hartenstein over the top.
Speaking of unguardable, Jordan Poole woke up fully convinced he was Steph Curry. And on this night, he was actually right.
Poole, deep three. Oh, to close the show, Jordan Poole. Flotation devices are required in Denver as Jordan Poole, game winner in the Mile High City.
Before the calendar even hit the 17th, Luka Doncic decided to serve Kevin Durant a welcome to the next generation step back special.
Doncic on the step back, over Durant, hits a three, and then has something to say to him.
As if things weren't already bad enough, his team went ahead and broke basketball's first commandment. Thou shalt not leave Luka Doncic wide open.
Going for 13 in a row, got it. Doncic on fire.
But on Luka's old stomping ground, the Mavs and Sixers rosters were in full extinction mode. Both teams with 20 combined players out, forcing the remaining 6 and 7 guys to fight for their lives.
PJ in the open court, looking for Thompson. Got it. String music, timeout.
In the land of 10,000 lakes, Ant-Man was waging war on the rim.
Edwards will drive into the lane and hammer it! Holy moly!
And Donovan Mitchell tapped into his spidey senses.
Mitchell rejects it, elevates, and detonates.
However, March 17th hit different. Obi Toppin turned the Pacers' favorite corner shot into his personal masterpiece.
Obi Toppin.
McConnell underneath the basket. Looking, Toppin in the corner for three.
Oh, yeah! Yeah!
While Bronny was getting in his groove,
He shot it, and he'll shoot and make it.
LeBron just sat there stoically like, I knew this 15 years ago, son. And you just know the playoffs are creeping closer when the games get chippier. The defense tightens up and the occasional scuffle breaks out.
And then look out, look out, look out! Sohan and Vanderbilt.
And honestly, just give them a few seconds like hockey. Let them cook. They're grown men. The Big Meow took grown man business to heart, sending Miami straight to the gulag with a personal 15-0 run.
Fires and hits.
And just as the Rims thought they were safe, Zion came through looking to put one in the ICU.
Z gold! Stewart on the receiving end.
With March officially an adult, Looney's defensive instincts were so sharp, he locked down danger itself.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. I got one more on Giannis. Man, thank you for saving my life.
But on the court, Pods was announcing his return in the coldest way possible.
Butler to Pajemski, another three. Got it! Oh, Pajemski! Welcome back!
Meanwhile, Harden, in a red jersey, is like Dr. Strange opening a multiverse portal. Bro had Mobley astral projecting as he looked genuinely concerned he had unleashed dark magic.
Harden goes to work, gets around Mobley and straight to the rim. Put it in the highlight reel.
And only 19 days into the month, Sandro Mamukelashvili redefined efficiency.
He can't miss.
Dropping 34 points in under 20 minutes. Call it Mamukelash insanity, because what even was that?
Fake. Sandro Mamukelashvili. Oh, mama. Mama again. Got it to go. And one.
But the story was different for the Nuggets. Jokic's face said it all. Pure displeasure. Steph, on the other hand, decided his pregame tunnel shot needed an upgrade. Gilo said swerving and bending that corner, and Steph said, bet. Detroit needed a closer, and Cade signed the contract on the spot.
Fights through the screen. Cunningham gets the ball against Bam. Pulls up for the win. Got it! Detroit basketball with the lead with .6 to go.
And for the Mavs, they were living in their own basketball nightmare.
Washington, Christie, double team. Take it away, Siakam! Pacers have it, a chance to tie.
Yeah, Nembhard
hits the three! Nembhard gives Indiana the lead!
By the 20th sunset, LaMelo was composing symphonies from deep.
Oh! 6 feet behind the line. LaMelo, a real quick one. A real good one.
Steph Curry hit the hardwood so hard my soul exited my body, literally felt it through the TV.
Prayers up for Steph, man. That is a hard fall. He's in pain.
And in his absence, Draymond Green became Walmart Steph, chucking threes with zero conscience.
7 threes attempted, and he's knocked down 4, and he's looking at the Raptor bench, and there's a nice back and forth. Coach Rajakovic is like, are you kidding me?
Jimmy Butler was reminding everyone why stats don't tell the whole story, because no box score can measure clutch gene like this.
Running start. Butler! Save the day!
And believe it or not, Bronny James led the Lakers in scoring.
James for 3. Yes!
Weird, maybe. Encouraging, absolutely.
Oh, Bronny strong scores.
He might not be an all-star prospect, but there's a real player here who can carve out a solid NBA role. And at this stage in his career, Tony Brothers is basically an NPC with 2 dialogue options: technical foul, double ejection.
Oh, we got Watford and Miles on the far side, and everybody's going over there. We got to keep the guys on the bench. Yeah, got to keep the guys on the bench.
Nembhard receives 1 technical foul. Turner receives 1 technical foul. The technical's all set.
But 504 hours into March, Jason Tatum was morphing into a messy doppelganger.
Jason Tatum going full court behind the back, and I mean kids all over the place working on this move.
KD was reminding everyone why they call him the Slim Reaper, dropping a vintage 42-piece on the Cavs.
Out to Durant. Merrill chasing. Raising up over Merrill. Layup.
Man, this is like a human monkey.
And for a split second, it looked like Harden was about to send another body into Wesley Johnson purgatory.
By 14, Harden all alone takes a breath, lets it fly in and out.
Meanwhile, in a much more wholesome plot twist, after Joe Ingles' autistic son Jacob rolled up to his first NBA game and saw his dad perfecting the art of bench warming, Coach Chris Finch donned his basketball Santa hat for round 2, putting Joe into the starting lineup.
Joe Ingles got the start tonight, his first start of the season. You see his family there on the left.
This is the stuff that reminds us basketball is bigger than just sweaty dudes and a ball, with March rolling deeper into its prime. Day 22 came through with more heat than a microwave dinner.
Here comes Giddey, 3-on-2 for the Bulls. It's White, a transition 3. Good!
Oh, bang, bang, bang.
Koala Magic was conducting an entire orchestra.
Boy, Luka's just inviting him to shoot. Ellis will certainly take it and hit it.
15 points.
To Giddey, fakes the 3, gets past Doncic, and banks it home.
17 assists.
As we were talking about, but he steals it away. Bounce underneath, Collins scores.
10 rebounds, 8 steals.
With 3, with 2, with 1.
As he and his crew ran the Lakers out of the gym, putting them in a 31-point blender. In Indy, Obi Toppin was making 360 alley-oops so casual.
Oh, yeah! Obi-Wan! He catches the ball and does a 360.
But no one had a rougher night than Giannis, who gave us some Angel Reese special.
Here's Giannis, another, oh no, he missed it. And then he got it back and missed again. You surely can't let this end that way. We haven't seen that in a long time. Giannis just missed the dunk.
23 days in, Wiggins was cooking the Hornets in Miami like a 5-star chef with a 42-point masterpiece.
Wiggins again. The man is on fire. Wiggins spinning and scoring. Oh, the sensational Andrew Wiggins tonight.
Excellent footwork by Wiggins and stretches out to get around to the weak side of the basket. Just a heads-up play.
Spida took a break from basketball fundamentals and went full MLB mode.
How about that laser of a feed by Donovan Mitchell to find Strus in the corner?
I don't know how that pass got through, but it did.
And then Clippers fans did the most hypocritical thing ever, flopper chants for SGA.
And Shea's really having to work for his offense.
He's working for everything right now.
This coming from the same crowd that cheers for James Harden, the lack of self-awareness is genuinely inspiring.
10 seconds away from their 8th straight win. No way.
Oh my goodness! He has entered the scoring vortex. Oh my!
Meanwhile, Isaiah Hartenstein was buffing Caruso's head like he was detailing a luxury car. And man, the best thing about OKC, these guys are just effortlessly cool.
You look good, man. Oh, man. That is an all-timer for Gallo.
It doesn't get any better than that.
Speaking of glow-ups, Zachary Risachet turned up in the second half of the season and suddenly started looking very #1 pick-worthy.
Bunch. Zachary, behind the back for the slam, and that got him off the bench.
But the craziest part of the night, NBA ref supremacy officially reached its peak.
And gets fouled by Butler. Will they count the basket?
Yes, they will. Oh, no, they're not going to count it.
Foul number 2, and Trae Young says, hey, serenade him with booze.
He's going to get a technical for that. You can't do it. You can't do it.
We've officially entered an era where referee emotions are now more protected than actual basketball integrity. The 24th day of March brought its own surprises. Stuff the Magic Dragon, the same mascot responsible for helping Aaron Gordon nearly break physics.
That's what you do and how you do it. Oh. Yeah. Wait a minute. Yes, indeed. Okay. I'm not going to say I've been saying this since 2000. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. It's over again. That is the exclamation point on the contest.
Decided to test Luka Doncic's mental fortitude.
He averages
Over 7 free throw attempts per game, 6th best in the NBA.
And halftime, the GOAT of halftime performers made her grand return to Orlando. At this point, we need a formal petition to get her enshrined in the Basketball Hall of Fame. Meanwhile, Dwight Howard's Hall of Fame induction was a full circle moment. Bro celebrated the only way he knows how, being the biggest kid in the room. But it wasn't all smiles for Tatum. His shot was pure, but his landing was anything but.
Tatum fires over Sabonis. It's a 4-point play opportunity, and Jason Tatum is clutching his right ankle. This is not what the Celtics or anybody else wants to see.
Still, because quitting isn't in his DNA, he took the mandatory limping Mamba free throws.
Him out of the game. And take a look at that ankle, maybe retape it.
Well, he makes the shot and he turns around and goes directly to the bench.
In the Valley, Payne was knocking, but Ryan Dunn had bigger priorities, aura cultivation.
To Dunn, who takes him to the boom room. A reservation for the freak.
I'm telling you, that right there will give Ryan Dunn so much confidence. When you go do that on Giannis.
And just in case anyone forgot, Devin Booker reminded the world that he's still him.
Book gets it, racing past Lopez, rising up, gets the look, boom! Now you can see he was able to push Lopez kind of back on his heels.
25 days deep into March, Dillon Brooks' villain role in Memphis was in danger. Heat fans decided appreciation wasn't in their vocabulary. But Ja Green wasn't worried about drama. His beef was against the rim.
That was an absolutely gorgeous drive and finish by Jalen Green to end the Hawks' 14-0 run.
And under the radar, LaMelo Ball was quietly hooping.
Pass to Miles Bridges, get it to fire it. Oh, yeah! Game-opening chicken salad. How about that? Wow.
At this point, he might be the most casually great player in the league.
Deep one.
By the 26th episode of March's season, LeBron's 10-point streak was on life support, but Bron defibrillated it back to glory 3 minutes into the fourth.
Spins, pulls, and there it is. He's in double digits. The invariable, inexorable force that is the game's all-time leading scorer, LeBron James.
And just to add some extra flair, he sealed the night with a buzzer-beating tip-in.
Luka with 2 for the win. Tipped up and in. Will it count? LeBron James at the buzzer. He says rack it up.
But the Picasso of basketball was painting another masterpiece.
Jokic could take another swing. That's good.
And he gets tired of finesse sometimes.
Jokic in the lead, and he throws it down, Serbian style.
Oh, and in case you were wondering, that was his 30th triple-double of the season.
Look at Lopez. He didn't even know where the ball's going. There's that pass. Just a flip over the shoulder.
One of the best we've seen all year from Jokic.
On level 27 of March Madness, the Bulls pulled off a full-blown T-Mac tribute act. 9 points in 9 seconds to steal victory from the jaws of defeat.
Oh, loose ball, Diddy! The steal! Right for the lead! Yeah!
Big-time players make big-time plays. Kobe, White, Sub-Zero. Bang, bang, bang.
What a wild sequence! And the Cardiac Bulls have done it again!
Oh, Elizabeth!
It's the big one!
I'm coming, Elizabeth! Oh, Lord! I can't believe this! Oh, Lord! Elizabeth! I'm going down, Elizabeth! Oh, Lord!
Stacey King was spewing absolute gibberish on commentary, and I was fully invested.
Bulls are out of timeouts. 2 seconds left. Giddy for the win!
Oh, my God! I cannot believe this! Elizabeth! I'm coming, baby! Oh, Lord!
Improbable!
Unbelievable!
Impossible!
Magic Giddy! Good day, mate! So somewhere in Australia, Sydney or Melbourne. Paul Hogan is somewhere in Crocodile Dundee. Oh, Lord.
You may never see a wilder sequence than you just saw in the final 10 seconds. And Josh Giddey from Down Under beats the Lakers at the Horn.
This is unbelievable.
Elsewhere, Kai Jones was actively testing gravity's patience.
He's playing well for them, and he runs the floor and dumps it in. He fell hard on his backside, and he's hurt. Man, remarkable dunk,
But nothing screamed NBA disrespect more than the Pacers casually taking a shot clock violation with 1:30 left.
Do you see how the Pacers are just holding the ball? They're effectively going to let this thing just run out because the Pacers are shooting it that good.
Why? They had committed public execution of the Wizards, putting 162 points on their head. If the NBA won't implement a mercy rule, the Pacers just did it for them.
In front of Turner. What a throw, what a dunk. Halliburton with another assist and another big game in DC for Obi Toppin.
By the 28th bookmark, Kawhi Leonard had turned into a basketball cyborg.
Does throw an interception. Leonard surrounded by a couple of defenders to the house and punches it down. It's a deep three for Leonard. It's good. 25 for Kawhi.
And then there's Nikola Jokic, still playing like a man cursed to be otherworldly at a game he doesn't even care about.
Great drive. 4 to go. Jokic, the heave, count of the go. Nikola Jokic! The Serbian heave once again.
Well, not as important as Giddey's was last night for Chicago, but still just as impressive.
That is the end of the first half. Nikola Jokic, nothing.
The anti-stat patter, the basketball minimalist. Also, how strong is this guy?
Porter with a jam.
What a block, what a pass.
With 2 days left in the month, Headband LeBron made his glorious return.
Around. He's coming off of his worst shooting game of his career. Look out below. LeBron.
And if we know one thing, it's this. Headband Braun is different.
James, open, 3, yes!
Meanwhile, LeBronkich is reaching must-watch status.
And tries to find LeBron. Oh, they're going to get it right back to him. What a play by LeBron.
And despite AD being in and out of the lineup, the Mavs were still 4-0 with him on the floor.
I'm sorry, Muggsy was 5-3. Davis inside. That'll fall.
SGA, on the other hand, was casually dropping 33 points on the Pacers and still is in the thick of the MVP race.
Leonard setting up a ton of in-rhythm threes that time. SGA doing work yet again.
This is just beautiful. Just poetry in motion, folks. He takes the contact, kisses it off the glass.
On D-Day for March, half the league decided they were done with basketball.
Reed turned the corner and is fouled by Holland.
Man, oh, come on now.
Big time brawl now in the front row.
Gotta stay.
It's going to take a lot to break this up.
You gotta stay out of the crowd.
Dillon Brooks was back at it again. Man, villainy is in his DNA.
And Durant fouled by Brooks and then ties him up. And then those two have words, and there's a bit of a shove, and they're going to have to be separated. And now it's going to be Nick Richards getting involved. And Dillon Brooks has just been thrown out of the game, and now he's got to be held back from Justin Van Duyn, the official.
And we might just have seen KD for the last time in a Suns jersey after he rolled his ankle.
Durant, and Durant is down, and he's holding his left ankle. KD's all right. Obviously favoring him. Yeah. He is not moving well at all.
The Suns are in no man's land. They can't even tank because Houston owns their future. But not everything was bad news. Looney finally hit his first 3 of the year.
Come on, Looney, that's a 3!
Whoa.
His first one of the year!
Look at the Warrior pitch.
Come on with the corner 3!
He's a spot-up shooter. You tell me after Kevon hits that 3, pop out of it, and the whole bench going
crazy. They love it.
Everybody loves Kevon Looney.
With March on its final breath, the Washington Wizards dropped their magnum opus.
Alex Sarr misses the lob off the Carrington entry feed. Sarr and the rookie Khalil Ware both with 3 fouls. Poole with a steal and misses that one. And then Ware passes it right to Sarr. And then Sarr misses. An interesting start to the third quarter.
That 10-second stretch was their entire season, wrapped up in one sequence. But while DC was imploding, Derek White was making history.
White has Edie on an island, shoots over the top. It's good! History for Derek White, the new Celtics single-season record holder for three-pointers made.
Quiet excellence never looked so loud. Derek Jones Jr. continued punching gravity in the face.
Back three with a hand in his face, in and out, slammed in. Jones with the big throwdown.
And then, in the most Dylan Brooks way imaginable, he was defending LeBron in the post by, let's call it, backside resistance. And just when you thought the chaos was over,
Fire Nico! Fire Nico! Fire Nico!
right in his face,